Hey guys, I'm Sarah. This is Kim.
Hey guys.
We are here in the shop at Drifter Vans to give you an update of my van. You ready?
Yes, let's go.
So I'm here in the shop at Drifter Vans and I'm about to go see my van for the first time. I'm so excited. Oh man. Wow. Oh my gosh. Whoa. It's so big. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is sick. Wow. Dude, it's perfect. Wow, this is awesome. I purchased a brand new all-wheel drive Ford Transit van in November 2022 from a dealership in Grand Rapids. Originally, I ordered a transit van. I expected it to take around a year, but less than a month after my consult with Drifter Vans, Paul called me and told me that they found a van for me. It matched all of my specs. It was actually custom ordered by someone else that backed out of their order, so I snagged it. It was delivered to their shop in December, and they started the build early January, which was about a month and a half ago. So I couldn't help but hop on a plane and come check it out myself. I am super excited to give you guys an update, so let's go check it out.
Are you ready to see your van? Let's start with the front part of the van. So here in the front of the van, you're gonna get the headliner shelf that goes above the driver and the passenger seat. So here, this is just a template to show you, but this shelf is gonna be extending a little bit longer to go up to the three-way pocket door. It's gonna be a three-stage pocket wall, so you can open it and you will be able to use your swivel passenger seat. Here you will have all your plumbing with a little bit of space behind the driver's seat to make sure that if somebody really tall wants to drive the van, they can. We were talking about the importance of having enough always space. We went with the smaller shower pan, so you'll have a little bit less room inside the shower, but you will have a good 21 inches in the hallway. Comfortable enough? You can even sit on it.
Yeah.
You can even sit showering. Perfect.
No, it's plenty of space, and I love that you guys found this narrower shower pan, because now my hallway is so nice and wide.
Yes.
We literally redid this floor plan how many times?
A good 8-9 times. She's
8-9 times until we got it perfect. Well, they got it perfect. I just barked at them.
Just barked at them. She was not barking really hard. It's fine. And here, usually, because you're not going with a sliding door. Usually, the self-cleaning sliding door is the thing that takes the less room.
Billy and I actually talked about it today.
Yeah.
We're hoping to just have a small wall right here.
Yes.
And then just a small door that's...
So not a bifold, just a regular one.
Right. And
yes.
it'll be just narrow enough so it'll fit through here.
Okay.
And then I can have my full body mirror that I can still use.
Yes.
And then tuck it away when I'm done.
Yes. So here you'll have your sink. Under you'll have some space for the pull-out trash and stuff like this. This cabinet will be for all the drawers.
For my stove, I decided to go with a Coleman camping stove. That way I can put it away, have more counter space. I won't be draining my battery like I would with an induction stove, and I can use it outside as well.
In the back of this sink cabinet, you will actually have a fold-down table held by two brackets with the approximately to this height in case you want to drink cocktail or cook outside, and you'll be able to cook outside and still access your fridge or your sink because the faucet will turn the other way.
Drink cocktails, huh?
Well, yeah, obviously cocktails. why else would you have a flip down table? It's for summer cocktails. Here you will have the 130 fridge, extra countertop. Here you're gonna get cabinets that go all the way over the two benches as well. Same thing here, it will go all the way. This bench will be taken mostly by your water tank because you were requesting a very large one, so you have a 50-gallon water tank.
I didn't request a 50-gallon water
Okay,
tank.
you wanted the 40, but the 50 actually fits better. So you'll have a very big freshwater tank.
Alright, the weight's gonna be okay, right? It's not gonna be too heavy?
And no, it's not gonna be too heavy, but it's gonna be balanced because you're getting 2 EcoFlow batteries. So they are very heavy, so it's actually gonna balance the weight, so it's really nice.
Okay, perfect.
This bench is only gonna be for storage. We made the bed as low as possible because you want it to be low. So we're gonna put here an extra cabinet, some kind of a drawer, so your feet are not dangling, and it's extra storage for the shoes.
Perfect.
We might have to make the opening a little bit bigger for the dog to be able to go in the dog den.
Okay.
The bed is too low, so we're not gonna do a pull-out table. It would hit your knee, it wouldn't be comfortable. So we're gonna do a lagoon table, so you will be able to adjust the height. So either you use the lagoon tabletop, or we create another piece of wood that will go in between the 2 benches to turn it into a couch.
Yeah.
If we use the top of the lagoon table, it means that it's gonna be either using the table or using the couch. If we do an extra piece that you'll be able to store behind the driver's seat, you'll be able to use the bench and the table to work.
That would be nice.
That actually might be nicer.
Yeah, I would opt for that.
In the garage area, so on the driver's side you will have all the plumbing, there'll be the water tank and everything.
Okay.
On the passenger side here you'll have all the inverter and the electrical components with the S-Power heater under it. So this is a B4 S-Power heater. It's bigger, it's gonna take a little bit more gas to run, but you don't have an altitude limitation or a very high one with this model, and the altitude is auto-adjusted. Compared to a small Webasto heater that needs to be adjusted at the altitude, this one is automatic, you won't have to do anything. So it's bigger, it takes a little bit more room in the garage,
Yeah.
but if you're planning to go in altitude, it's a must.
And it's great because it runs off of the fuel instead
Yeah.
of having to have a big propane
Yes.
tank that I have to get refilled.
Exactly. And you can run it for at least 3 weeks. On the
Wow.
full tank of gas, you can run the heater for 3 weeks.
Wow.
So yeah, no, it's pretty efficient.
That's great.
You'll have 2 stackable EcoFlow batteries. It will come up to here. That means that you will have at least 15 inches by 25 inches of space for a laundry chute. So the way we're gonna do it is gonna be under the mattress. You just have to lift the mattress a little bit, and you will have a trap that goes inside. We'll do a laundry net or something like this. It's better than a basket. I think it would be easier to remove. So you can put all the dirty laundry here. You'll just have to lift the mattress to pick it up.
I love that. That is so clever.
Yeah, because it's kind of it's a feedback that we get quite often from customers. They have enough storage to put all the clothes, but they don't know where to put the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty nice when you live in it.
That's perfect.
You will have upper cabinets above the bed on the passenger side, but not on the driver's side, to make sure that you have at least 35 inches of space if you want to sit in bed, which is comfortable.
Okay.
Here originally we're doing the walls flat, like you wanted, but we're gonna change it to make a window box on both sides, so you're gonna save the 6 inches, so you have a bigger bed.
Thank you. And then
It's
what
pretty
about
efficient.
for air conditioning?
Air conditioning, so you're going with a 12-volt Indelby AC. So they're not using too much, they're using between 35 and 90 watt an hour for this 12-volt system, which means that you will have 2 stackable EcoFlow batteries. So you will have 1000 amp hour battery, that's the equivalent of 10 batteries. So you'll be able to run the 12-volt AC for at least 14 hours. Depending on what, I mean, of course, depending on what else is on in the van. But if that was the only thing on and the battery was at 100%, you would be able to run it for something like 14, 15 hours.
That's
so it's
awesome.
really nice.
And
it's
you
really
guys
nice.
just started using the Indelby.
Yes,
air
we
conditioners,
were.
right?
We've been using quite a few times the Dometic, but the Indelby. The good thing with the Indelby is that the hole is 14 by 14, which means that if one day you want to change to put a fan instead, or if the other way around, a client has a fan and want to upgrade to an AC, it's the same hole, which is really nice. The 12-volt cables are already in, so it's very easy to make the swap, and they're using less juice. So you only have 5,000 BTU, but it's so small, man. 5,000 BTU is very decent.
That'll be great for my Husky.
No, that'd be
love that.
perfect for the Husky, yes. That'd be perfect for
Yay.
the Husky. And the 12-volt AC will be the intake, and the max air fan will be the out to allow an airflow inside your van. So it's gonna be nice.
So my van is going to have a 10 kilowatt hour EcoFlow power kit, and we're actually going to be installing it tomorrow. So you guys just started using these, right?
Yeah, they just came out. The EcoFlow power kit just came out, I think, late last year or early this year, so we got certified with them right away. And so far we're very, very happy with the system. It's so much easier, so much cleaner than any other system that are usually not super user-friendly, not very easy to install. So far with EcoFlow, first of all, it gives you a lot more battery bank to start with. It starts with 500, that's the equivalent of 5 batteries. They're self-ventilated, self-heated. They made the batteries completely stackable, which means that you can stack up to 3 batteries to go up to 1500 amp hour, which is a lot of power.
That's
you can
insane.
also connect a smart generator to your system. It runs on propane or gas, and it will automatically turn on when the batteries are too low to recharge the system. So yeah, they really thought of everything. It's really nice. The inverter is 3600 instead of the usual 3000 when you go with Renogy or Victron, for example.
And my Airstream had a 1000 watt inverter. So
Okay, 1000, I don't know how you're doing it.
And
You cannot
only-
even put a kettle.
right, and only 200 amp hours of batteries, only 90 watts of solar on the roof came with it. And this is gonna have what, 350
It's
watts?
350 of solar on the roof. Then you will have the alternator charge and the shore power charge. But you're gonna have 1000 amp hour compared to 200. It's gonna change everything.
This is gonna be a mega upgrade compared to my Airstream.
Yeah, no,
Mega.
that's gonna be great. But their system is amazing. All plug and play. They made it incredibly easy. The interface is ridiculously easy. You can set up everything. You can remove the screen, so when you're in bed, you can actually control everything in your van. You don't actually need all your switches. You could control everything on the screen. The system is really, really nice. So I can't wait to do the video tomorrow to show you how we install everything. For the garage space, you will have the front part for the dog den and the back part for storage. All of the sides will be carpeted, and the divider in the middle will actually be movable, so you'll be able to adapt the size of the dog den or the back area depending on how much storage you need and how much room the dog needs.
I love this floor plan because it's going to make the space feel so much more open than if I put the shower by the bed and the dinette up front. I'm really glad I got the extended 148 wheelbase, so that way I can have my dinette and my bed separate instead of having to convert it every day I want to change it into my workspace, or every night when I want to change it into my bed. I've also been working with an interior designer to pick out every little detail of this van, from the walls, the ceilings, the floors, the cabinetry, the fabric on the dinette, the backsplash. Literally every little detail is completely custom, and I can't wait to show you guys. If you want to see a video on the interior design process, let me know in the comments below. All right, so what's going on right here?
So here, that will be all the plumbing area. So here you will have your outdoor shower. It will be a shower, you'll opening, you will have cold water, hot water, and you'll have the shower faucet with the extension cord. Here you will have the water panel to connect to city water, to winterize, to decide if you want to use the freshwater tank, if you want to blow the lines. And here you have the gravity fill to fill the freshwater tank.
The giant one?
The giant one.
The
yes.
bathtub water tank?
The bathtub water tank, exactly, yeah. It's gonna take a while with an hose to fill up a 50-gallon water tank, but you'll be good for a few days.
But there's a gauge on it, right? So I can tell.
Yes, there is a gauge on it, and the good thing is that we're making the plumbing box completely waterproof with drains. So if one day you overfill it, or if there is a leak or something happens, the water is not gonna run everywhere on your floor or under the floor. The floor of the plumbing shelf is completely waterproof, and you would go through a drain to drop under the van.
Nice.
So it's fully safe.
Cool.
Here you will have the shore power connection, so you'll be able to connect the 50 amp pigtail or the 30 amp pigtail depending on the power source that you have to recharge your batteries. And here on the right you will have the city water connection. If you are at a park or a campground, for example, and you don't want the water from your giant French water tank, you can use direct access to water.
Right.
So your van didn't come with running boards, so we added some running boards on both the passenger and the driver side because it's very uncomfortable to get in your van without the running boards. And under the running boards you have the sewer hose carrier with inside the sewer hose when you need to empty the gray water tank and you're at a campground and you actually have a gray water or black water dumping station.
You having fun?
Yes. Okay, the gray water tank is not installed yet. So, the gray water tank will be there. Right now it's not. So you'll have the gray water tank. I think you have a sinusoid valve. So you will have a button inside your van. You can open the gray water tank from the inside.
And there will be a handle to do it manually?
You can also do it manually in case you want to, yes.
Okay.
You have the two options.
Great. Something I added on to my van that's going to make my life so much better as a content creator is this signal booster by WeBoost. I got this new model called the Drive Reach Overland. It features a super powerful and durable antenna that can handle high wind gusts, low tree branches, and all types of rough weather conditions. The antenna can either stay up or it can fold down since the mounting bracket is adjustable. When I purchased the van, it didn't have any windows, so I asked them to install 4. I got 2 on the rear doors, 1 on the sliding door that also opens, and a bunk window over the bed on the passenger side. Privacy won't be an issue between the pocket door that divides the front from the living space and the window covers that I'll be getting from Wonderful. They're even coming out with a new bunk window cover in a couple months, so keep an eye out for those to drop on their website soon. Another thing that I'm gonna have on the outside of my van is bug screens from the Bug Wall. It's an awesome company that Drifter uses for all of their vans. I'm gonna have a bug screen on the sliding door, and I'm also gonna have a garage door cover on the back of the van. It's actually a new version that they just came out with, so we haven't gotten it yet, but I'll make sure to show it to you guys once it's installed. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything that's been done. Yeah.
Everything so far.
Yeah, there's much more to come. This build has been completely custom down to every little inch, like we talked about with the floor plan. I also got to choose all of the appliances. Kim is super knowledgeable, so anytime I have...
And super nice.
He is super nice too. But yeah, anytime I had any questions about anything, he's the guy I go to. He has all the answers, and I trust his recommendations.
Well, thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. And if you're interested in us building your van, check out the link in the bio.
All right, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.